Hello everybody, welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. How are we all doing today? All well, I hope? Well, I had a kind of productive day today. Getting this blank here ready for tonight. And cleaning up. I had a bit of a mess here from the previous turning, and I had to clean it all up and get the place all looking spick and span again, ready for this this show. So this one will be an interesting one. This is the blanks that I cast a couple of streams back. That was the top that I cast as a separate blank, and then this was the big square blank that I cast out of the new mould. So keen to see what this one's going to look like once it's all cleaned and polished, and I'm going to try and just do a little bit of a different shape tonight too. So yeah, we'll see how we go with it. Just let me get a few things sorted out here first. Catman's here, razor's here, good stuff. Yeah, I got your message, mate, but I just had a quick look there just before I went live, so I will check that, see what you've said, because I didn't get time to really read it. So I'll see what you've said, and I will contact you back later on after the stream. If not, it'll be early tomorrow morning, mate. So yeah, so I've got a couple of those 27mm Surjan knots there, so I can put one of them aside for you, mate. The 27 is probably a nice size actually. The 30mm is like, it's luxurious, but it's a huge knot. That's what Razor's got. I mean, he loves it, but it is a big knot. But the 27, look, because his knots are so dense and thick. I mean, that 27mm is, you know, I mean, it's going to be about 28, 29, probably 29 out of the handle. So you're still up there as far as size and density of the knot. So it'll be a good knot, I think. Alright, so yeah, so I've actually got the knot here that I'm going to set in this one. So it's a 27mm Surjan hand-tied rhodium that you're seeing here. So a beautiful knot, and that's what I'm going to fit in this one here tonight. So that should look pretty spectacular, all going well with the handle. Like I said, I want to try just a slightly, it's similar, still a similar shape to what I like doing, but I'm going to try and do something just a little bit different with this one. So we'll just take my time with it and get the shape in the way I want it. I don't have to really do anything with this blank because to square up the face or anything tonight. Let me go back to camera 2. So I don't need to do anything on the face of this one today because I actually machined that on the metal lathe. I machined this to size on the metal lathe, this on the metal lathe, and this on the metal lathe to face it off. So it's all sitting in there quite nicely. So really all I've got to do now is set the knot in here, and then basically we can sit the knot in there, see what we think. And then take it out and I can start shaping the handle straight away. So without further ado, I'm just going to get started now. You guys can chat away in the chat, and I'll just check every few minutes and just check and see what's going on. How does that sound? Alright? Good. So volumes are okay, music, voice, all that's pretty good, yeah? The music will probably jump up and down a little bit. Just basically because different tracks have recorded in different volumes. Obviously it's not all sort of standardised in the same set volume either way, so if I see anything change I'll try and change it. If the music does drop out for any reason, guys, just sing out and let me know and I can restart it again. All good, so let's crack on, So we'll set this for the knot first up. So I'm just going to go in there nice and gently. Take a little bit out, and then I'll go back and I'll reset to 0, and I'll just bring the tailstock in till we touch, and then we'll go in. So I'm going to take this in about 15mm, and then I'll probably end up taking it in a little bit further. I'll check the fit and check the loft at 15. That's us at 15 there now. Just push all that off to the back there. Get a little piece that I just take the sharp edge off inside. So that's a 28mm first and a bit. And like I said, this knot's at 27, and that's fairly tight, so I'll probably end up just giving that a little bit more room, so that'll be just round about the 28mm mark. I think depth will be good, but I think I'll just take another mil, so half a mil. I'm going to take half a mil off to make it a mil bigger in size. That so just get rid of that for a second. We'll bring the tool rest round. So like I say, I'm going to take off about half a mil to end up with a mil. So I need to just go up just a touch. Okay, so that's what started there. All I'm going to do is just follow that in now. So as I said, that'll end up being, well, I'll check it now anyway, but that should end up being around about 29mm out of the handle for a 27mm knot. Yeah, 29, just over 29. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay. So we'll check one other thing. Right with these guys. I've got a couple of handles that actually I've got a few handles to do for Surgeon, so I'll need to be getting into them shortly as well. Experiments are still going on with your one though, with barrel and stabilising and all that sort of thing, razors. So like I say, just bear with me on that one, mate. Should note this one that I'm looking for, because I refer to it every now and again just to confirm where I'm heading size wise with Sir John's knots. Everyone so far has been pretty much on the money. I like to just check. It takes a few minutes to check. Sorry about this, guys. The right way is. I'll find this part that I need tomorrow, and I'll stick it in a note for myself so that I can go straight to it rather than having to scroll through all the messaging to find out what I'm looking for. I'll just stick with what I've got because I'm happy with where I'm at anyway. Every time I've checked this I've been pretty much spot on money anyway, so yeah, so I'm in the ballpark with that, so I found that again, but I'll note that out later, and I'll be able to find it much quicker. So we're sitting there around about 51, 52 mil loft for this one, which should be nice. Okay, excuse me, I just have a drink of my coffee. Yeah, it's more a kind of fan type knot. I mean, I think Sargent does a lot of those types of knots for his knots. Yeah, but it is more of a fan. Yeah, I bit the bullet today, and I've ended up buying another Sony Handycam to replace this camera here. So hopefully it'll be here by the end of the week. I just bought a second-hand one this time, not a new one. I've got two new ones, plus these are all. I've had these for a while, the GoPros. I've got three GoPros. I've got the Sony Handycam up there, which is a more upmarket one. Then I've got this one here, which takes that new shot, which is pretty good. So the other one that I'm getting is very similar to that one. It's new, the guy's never used it, but I picked it up second hand, so I saved myself about 150 bucks by buying that one second hand. So like I say, he's going to post it. He's up north side of Brisbane. I wasn't going to drive over for it. He's going to post it out to me, and I should have it by the end of the week. He's going to post it Wednesday, so hopefully come, might not be the next stream, but hopefully Saturday night stream, or Sunday nights, depending on which night I do. Hopefully I'll have that camera set up and we'll end up with a new shot on that as well, but I'll have to make up a mount to mount that one, because I'll have to mount it up on the roof and then zoom it into the shot straight down, and then that should be us. It'll get rid of this out of the picture as well, so you know that's going to be good. I might have to get longer cables for it, but we'll see how that pans out as we go. Anyway, back to business, eh? Right, now let me just bring up picture which I'm going to sort of base this one on. Okay, so I'm going to just make a couple of cuts in here. I'm going to get my tailstock set up now. I'm going to make a couple of cuts in here just to determine this one. I'm thinking this is going to look quite nice actually, this handle. I might leave that for now. I might leave my phone over there. Okie dokie, let's go, eh? Let's make tracks. Shouldn't need that one out, so I'll put that one away. Stock in now. I'm actually going to go to that shot for you so you can see what's going on here. And then we'll just lock that off. Hey dog, how you doing, buddy? Right, now this one's going to go kind of here, like that. find that little ring there. I'll just finish rounding that. It's not quite round enough yet. Okay. Just have a look at that. I think that'll be alright. I might put a couple of marks on this, I think, just so I can see where I'm at. Handle, I reckon probably around there. And I want to come up. Yeah, I'm thinking I might change it to Sunday rather than Saturday because it actually works in better with me as well. But we'll see how we go. Just have to give that a clear. So you can see what I'm doing. might give you a head down shot, see what you think. See it's starting to take shape. Well, I got some supplies, some new supplies came in today too, which I ordered, when did I order that? I ordered that at the beginning of last week, and it came in today, so I've got, that's 1.1 kilos of silicon for making a silicon mould. So I've got 2 of them coming today. So I'm going to be making some silicon moulds. Now that's for me to make some fox burl. So I'm going to use some real burl with the natural edge, sort of along the lines of these ones, which, if you remember, I showed some time ago. So I'm going to use something like one of these to actually make a silicon mould, so that I can actually cast the blank that will look exactly, where are we? Let me go back to camera 2. So we'll end up with silicon mould, which will be able to replicate that exactly, or a piece that I choose. You know, these two are very, very similar. These are 2 that I showed in one of the earlier live streams that I've done. So they're very, very close together, these 2, as far as size and shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a silicon mould from one of these, or another piece, and then basically I'll be able to pour really dark coloured resins to make a fox burl, and then I can use clear or tinted colours to make a complete handle, so we'll still get that sort of burl effect but without using burl. We'll be able to make it, you know, replicate that. So that's something I'm going to try. Now, I haven't used that silicon stuff before, so I'm not sure on how I'm going to go with it. We'll see. I might do it in a live, or I might do it offline when I've got more time, but you'll get the end results anyway at some stage. As to how it goes and how it turns out. So yeah, so we'll persevere with that one, and we'll play with that one a bit as well at some stage. Now that the supplies are here, I just need to move the tool rest out of touch. All I'm doing here now is I'm picking up the edge between the darker green and the lighter green, so that it finishes on one of the joints that I'm cutting into the blank. So you don't see, you know, part of the light and part of the dark in the same detail. That should be about it there, I think. Yeah, we'll go back to the carbide now. I just want to thin that out a bit more in there. So we'll go back to camera 3 boys. Yeah, well, Resin will eliminate some of the issues that you have with wood and resin. I mean, when it's stabilised and done properly, it should work perfectly. But burrow's getting more and more expensive as well. So if I can do a fox burrow but make it look reasonable, then hopefully it will keep the cost down as well, although there is a bit more work and having to do more castings, but at least there'll be no bond issues whatsoever, and it won't matter whether the knot falls on timber or, you know, resin or part on and causing it to expand and split like what happened with your one. And doing it this way, we can still get exactly the same effects as what we got with your one, but it all being resin and no timber in it. So whilst people like the timber, but if you can get something that looks reasonably good and then mix that in with the resin, I think it'll make a really nice handle. We can still put the chameleons in that as well, see? And the chameleons are just done with a UV resin, so even the chameleons, it'll look exactly the same, you won't know. But all these things just take time, you know. And when you got other things happening, I'm still trying to keep the live shows up. It's not too bad. I don't know how much of the coloured spirals we're going to actually get in this blank. I probably should have went a little bit heavier with them, but we'll see once we get it all polished up. We'll see how it looks, and then if I do another one, if this one doesn't quite get the look that I was wanting to get, then when I do another one, I should be able to get it how I want it, or how I wanted it. yeah, Resin, I guess. I mean, I'm doing a number of different trials, but again, it comes back to, you know, what your preference is for. If you want to have mallee burl in it, then I think the way I'm going to have to go with yours is it's going to have to be mallee burl. It's going to have to be stabilised. Then the chameleon put on the burl, and then cast with a clear again. If you wanted to go the other way and have it all resin but with a burl lookalike, then obviously you'll have to wait until I get those moulds done. But the choice is entirely yours, mate. I'm happy to do you another one in burl, but we may have to make it so that the knot is set either all in burl or all in resin, and then burl below or above, you know. I think that would be the safest bet, is, you know, either one of those. What do we think of that shape, lads? I may just go in a little bit more. I might just take a little bit more off here as well, I think. Yeah, I'm quite liking that actually, but I think I might still go a little bit narrower on the bottom. I might just hollow it a little bit more. Make sure I'm happy with that shape. I think I am. Might just go a little bit hollower, very gently and carefully. I'm really hoping I've got some of that smoky swirls in there, that it's not all disappeared. And even the top section, it might look dark green at the moment, but when you see that polished up, that's going to look pretty slick as well, because it's got different colours in it, and it's got transparent, it's got clear in it as well, so there's a certain amount of transparency in it as well. Okay, let's have a look at that, eh? We might sit the knot in it and have a good look at it and see what we think. Yeah, that's nice. And it's a longer handle than I would normally make. I've made this one just over 70mm, I think. So from there to there, it's actually closer to 73, but I've still got to finish the bottom off yet. So it might come down another mil or two, but I'll let you see that top down now. There you go. Forget these, that's all going to come out in the sanding. But I think the shape's quite nice. Yeah. Different, but nice, I think. Okay, so we'll get on with the sanding of that now. And then yeah, no worries, mate, that's fine. Okay, let's get on with a bit of sanding, eh? Yeah, I'm just hoping the swirls come out in this one, the colour swirls. I mean, I've lost some down in here, which was more of the different colours. I don't think there's going to be too much in the way of different colours in this one, but hopefully we retain some. But even if it doesn't, I'll know that I've got to put more in the next time. And either way, this will still look good because it's got that lime green transparency in the bottom with the darker green top on it with a little splash of colour, and there's more transparency in that as well. So it should look good either way, but I'd just like to see some of that coloured swirling in the lower section because I quite like that effect. Okay, we'll go to the next group. Just nice and slow and gentle. Yeah, it's coming up nice, this one, mate. I'll tell you, this is going to be a nice looking brush, actually. So a lot of time put into it with the casting and then the machining of the on the metal lathe to get the two faces together, and then joining the two blanks together. So it's two separate castings, this one. The smoky swirls inside turn out, if we do actually get to see them inside once it's polished up, I reckon it's going to look pretty special. Well, I've had a couple that I haven't been 100% happy with, but the majority have been pretty good. But yeah, I have had one or two that I've sort of made and I thought, oh no, I don't like that. I had a customer one that I made, and it was made to his drawing, to his sizes and everything. Diameters, heights, different details, and I didn't like it as a handle, but it was done exactly to the customer's specifications. But I mean, the handle turned out nice and it was spot on to his spec, his drawings and sizes, but it just, to me, it just looked horrible. But each to their own. We all like different things in life. I'm just always a firm believer in, you know, making things look right in proportion and shape. I mean, you can do shapes and, you know, never get it right with that particular shape, but you can change a shape a little bit and it'll just make it look so much better. And that's all it takes sometimes. Okay. another couple of grips to go through. Then I'll hit it with a wet and dry sandpaper to 1000 grit, and then I'll work with the pads from there and the creams from there. But it's shaping up quite nicely. Yeah, I can see a little bit of the different colours in the transparency now. You probably won't be able to pick it up in the camera yet. So I think we might end up with some of the curly swirls in the tinted limey colour. So that was what I was hoping for. I didn't want a lot of it, I just wanted just enough to take it from being plain tinted lime to something that's got a little bit of interest in it. But not that it, you know, it's too much. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's how it comes out. Yeah, they are, mate, because I machine face them on the metal lathe. I don't do it by hand. I do them on the metal lathe, so that way I get them perfectly flat and square. So yeah, the making of the surfaces it's really easy once you've done that on the lathe, on the metal lathe. And you'll see that once I shine it all up, you'll see it properly. I mean, you'll see the join line, but you won't see like there's no. It's just spot on. Okay, last one of these, and then we'll go to the wet. think even this dark green piece on the top is going to be quite interesting because, like I said, it's got a fair bit of clear in it as well, and then you've got the different colours in it as well. So it's going to look quite interesting as well. Okay, the moment that Grey Dog's been waiting on, he wants to see this thing wet. So you're going to see it wet shortly. Oh. And where's my piece of wet paper for you? Oh no, that's not it. Might have to go and get another bit, guys, just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I must have thrown it. I'll get a fresh piece. I always like seeing them wet, mate. Right, let me just give that a little bit of a dry off so we can have a better look and see where we're at. Yes, we've got some lime green, we've got a little bit of red or orange in there, or some red and some orange. There's a little bit of lime green. I'm not seeing any of the dark green in it though, so yeah, not sure about that, but there is going to be some spiralling in it, so I'm happy with that. That's what I wanted. It was a little bit on the side of thinking that a lot of the swirling wasn't going to be in there, but I have managed to retain some of it, so I'm happy with that. It's not too much, it's just enough to give the whole handle interest. And I think I'm going to have to go in and just retake this V-cut in here a little bit, because I'm still seeing a little bit of the darker colour moving down past where I want it to be. So I'm just going to go in there very gently with the point of the skew and try and get a little bit more detail in that point there, and just get the line defined better. Much better, that's it, that's what I wanted. Let's define it properly now. That's a fairly clean cut. I'll just go with the last bit, I think. And then we'll go with the wet again. Much better. Much better. I'm happy with that. Now I'll take that off again. Just going to try and define that a little bit better, all underneath me. A bit of water. Okay, just keep going with this a little bit more, and then we'll go through the pads. I want this to be super shiny. Yeah, I agree with you, Grey Dog. There's nothing better than you know, you cast a blank, or you know, whatever. I mean, I get satisfaction out of casting my own, so I really enjoy that. You know, it's just as exciting seeing something coming out of the pressure pot that you've cast and done. And you don't know exactly how it's going to turn out until you take it out of the pot, and then you take it out and you really get to see what you've done, you know, what you've created. And then it's the same when you're making the brush, as you say, you know. You can't tell exactly how it's going to look until you actually get to the wet stage, you know, and then you get the true picture. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, geez, this is a stunner. It really is. Anyway, I'll slow it down a bit now, and I'll go to the pads now. I'm reasonably happy with that. It needs to be sped up just a little bit. I'm not going hard with these, just nice gentle touch. No real pressure, just let the pads do the work. Okay, that'll do that one. I might need to crack open another set of these pads shortly. These ones haven't lasted with the, it's just, the resin is just separating from the foam pad. I mean, normally I get quite a lot out of a set of these, but I haven't done that many handles with this set, fresh set. They're just falling apart, these ones, and these are not the cheapy ones. Yeah, I've turned some Coca-Cola on pens, mate, but I haven't done any handles. nicely. Yeah, there's a lot of nice timbers, nice colours and grinds. I've got some Osage orange sitting on the shelf here, which is just a beautiful colour, just beautiful orange. And I've got some olive wood, which is lovely, lovely grind, lovely to work with. I've got a fair few barrels, some mango, and some Aussie hardwoods there. And I've got some Tasmanian timbers out the back under my patio. Not tiger myrtle, I've got some myrtle, and there's a few specific to Tasmania that I've got out the back. And they've got lovely colour. I mean, I paid a lot of money for them. They're only smaller blocks, but I paid quite a bit of money for them because they're getting harder and harder to get. So I've got to use them wisely. Go with a little bit of a hand rub on this grit as well, just to make sure we've got no radials in it. Okay, next colour. Yeah, she's shaping up now. Yeah, that'd be some nice timber, grey dog. I've got some what's called over here ancient river gum. So it's Australian native gum, and obviously it's been the same. It's been bogged, you know, in water and in bog for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and then it's been reclaimed. So I've got a few pieces of that sitting in my private stash. I have a box under one of my benches over there, and that's got all my private stash that I got from my professor in a university in Victoria, Australia, and that was what he was involved in, was identifying different types of and species of timbers and trees, and obviously over the years he had collected a lot of species, and he was looking to move it on, so I bought a whole box of them. It cost me a pretty penny because he obviously knew what they were worth. He'd done his homework, but I've got timbers in there that just, you know, some of them I'd never even heard of, and some of them you'd never be able to get now. So that's my private stash. Some of them are big enough, I mean nothing of any decent size. I don't think I'd even get shaving brushes out of them, to be honest, but some of them are you know, obviously knife scale size, pen blank size, that sort of thing. Now it's pretty clear in the bottom of this handle. Actually I'm seeing clear and I'm seeing tinted lime as well, so it's actually coming out better than I thought. But I'm just wondering how the coin's going to look in the bottom. What do you reckon, guys? Should I leave it without a coin? Or should I still put a coin in the bottom? What do you reckon? Pretty pleased with that, guys. So I'll give it another little dry off. Oh, and that's without a buff or a polish. That's come up quite nicely. So I'll show you from the top down now. There you go. I'm going to take it off now and we'll turn it around and we'll actually sit the knot in it, see how it looks with the knot in there. Stunning, really stunning. Okay, we'll take that out of there now. Get rid of this over the other side. The mould that I cast that in was the HDPE mould that I showed in the stream the other night. It's actually a little bit too big for a single blank, so I may end up making one a better length where I can either get 2 blanks out of it or reduce it in size so that I'm not getting so much waste in resin. Lovely, that's spinning nice and true. That'll do me, I think. I'll show you in the hand once I get it parted off and tied at the bottom up, mate. It should be nice in the hand actually. And there's no sharp edges or anything anywhere. It'll be all sort of the sharp edges taken off everything. But I don't want to take it too much because then you lose the detail. So yeah, so it should be just nice, I reckon. Okay, here we go again. I'm just going to part this off now. So nice and slowly and carefully. Any thoughts on the coin, guys? Coin or no coin? I'm thinking no coin in this one because it's very it's very transparent, just with a tiny touch of the lime green in it. But I think once I glue the coin in, it'll look. I don't think it'll look quite as nice. So I'm thinking no coin in this one. Okay, we'll just hollow at the bottom now. That's done it. Yeah, no, I think the glue would spoil it, Grey Dog, I think, mate. I don't think you get the glue to set in there properly under the coin, and I think it'll get bubbles, and you know, I think it'll spoil it. So I'm just going to leave this one with no coin. I really think it would spoil the brush if we see that, and it's not 100%. I get your idea though, Grey Dog, but yeah, like I said, I think it just spoil it. Once the glue's in there, I can't really control how the glue's going to look. So okay, a bit of water again. these ones. Just a nice gentle touch with these. We've got a few in the stream tonight. I'm showing about 7 at this stage. Drop in the chat and say good day, fellas. If you want to just lurk, that's fine too. Just give me a sec, guys. I think I'm up to about 53 subscribers now, Resin. So we've still got a long way to go, but slowly but surely, aye. I'll keep releasing the videos. Looking pretty spectacular. Wait till I show you underneath and show you up into the blank. Nearly there. I'll be able to take this over to the buffer shortly, and then we can set the knot in. It should be done. You can see the swirls a lot more when you look in from the bottom of the handle too, right? And that's without it being buffed and polished yet. Yeah, coin would definitely spoil this one, mate. Definitely. I did think about the coin, and then I thought, nah, it's going to ruin the handle if I go with the coin. As much as I'd like to put my maker's mark in it, but this is going to look much better without the coin. So ah, geez, yeah, that's nice in the hand. Okay. Oh. Well, the funny thing is, the blue, you will see blue in from the bottom of the handle, but the blue spirals have gone. I don't think there's any blue spirals in this. I'm only seeing green, a little bit of red, and possibly an orange. But it's only very light, but the green is probably more so. But you'll see what I mean when I show you it from the bottom. There is blue showing in the bottom, and there's a little bit of blue showing around the upper ring. In the top section of the handle there's a little blue, but they do say blue and green should never be seen. So, but I think it's just, you know, it's just giving it a little look, just to break it up that little bit. But there is a little bit of red, a little bit of orange. Well, I can see a little, I mean, it's hard to tell whether that's the dark Kelly green or if it's a little bit of blue. There is a little bit there, but not a lot. Okay, the last pad, then I'll give it a light dry, then we'll take it over to the buffer, give it a good buff up, and then we'll bring it back here, we'll put it back on this chuck, we'll give it a bit of a polish up with my nice polish. And then the obligatory photos will go up on my TF Custom Shavings Brushes page later on, once I get back inside and settle in with a cuppa and check the video out. That'll do it, I think. So get rid of that. Give it a little dry off. Give my lathe a bit of a dry up. Get rid of the water on it. Okay, I'm not going to show you it just yet. I'll take it to the buffer first, and you'll get to see it once we bring it back to put it on for polish. But I'm pretty pleased with it. Anyway, I'll cut my mic out and I'll put the music up a little bit, guys, and I'll be right back in a couple of secs, eh? Okay, let's chuck this up. Oh, I do need to give that a little wipe inside with a bit of polish, because there's a little bit of buffing compound gone on the inside. I can't get in there with a mop to mop it out, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of polish and cut it out. Okay, just give it a little touch on the end of there. Probably too much, but that's alright. Needs a little helping hand in there. Buffing compound goes quite hard. That's better. Now we've got it. Okay, we'll put it back on here for now. And I'm just going to put a little bit more polish on, just a tad. Yeah, Plastex, mate. It's the U-Butte polish for these acrylics, epoxies and resins. I think if I'd done this one again, I'd like to see a little bit more swirl in it, just a touch more, because there's just not quite enough in different colours. Although I did put about 5 colours in this, but we've lost some of them in the blank, I think. How are you, Rami? See you were in the chat there. Speed it up a bit now, just put a little bit more pressure on it. You can see the spirals there in the bottom. You see the spirals? Okay, we'll remove that. And I'm going to set the knot in that now. Set it just there for now. We'll get my little trusty glue ball back up. We'll lock that in. Paddle pot stick, glue, yeah, I have clear blue. I have a whole range of colours, tints. So greens and blues and reds, and you know, there's quite a few other violet. There's quite a few other tints that I have, mate. So I've got plenty tints to use in clear. I just done a nice blue one that had a lot of nice blue swirls in it. That sold pretty quickly. Oh. Making sure I spread the epoxy around in the base and just slightly up the sides so that the knot can work, the glue can work around the knot and seat the knot in. You never want to put too much glue in here though at this particular. You got to make sure you get enough in, but you don't want to put too much in because you'll get glue seeping up through the side if you put too much in. Got to be careful with the glue, epoxy. Now we'll seat the knot in. Actually, I might just put a little touch on the bottom of the knot as well. These are a different material that Sarjan uses. It's more like an epoxy as well that he uses for setting the knots in, so I don't have to worry about sanding the bottoms because it comes out reasonably coarse with the bristles all the way down to the bottom as well, so you get a good bond with it. Now I've just gone and done that again with my hand and put my hand in the glue, so I'll take that off before it gets everywhere. And now we're just going to take this in. Going to seat it down. Check for glue, there's no seepage, no seepage there. And now I'm just going to work it in nice and carefully and gently until it seats. And it's a 5-minute epoxy, so it goes off pretty quickly too. The knot will be set in a couple of minutes. So there we have it guys, another TF custom shaving brush handle. Let me just sit it down there out the way and I'll get rid of all this stuff so I can bring it to you and show you it properly. And just get rid of my rubbish. Okay. I'm going to try and show you this in the cameras guys, from still a little bit dusty in here on it because it's dusty in here at the moment. I won't get rid of that until I get inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you inside the bottom here, if the camera will focus on it. You can see the blue or the green smoky swirl in there. There's a little bit of red there. It's hard to show it in the camera. A little bit of red smoky swirl in there. There's another bit there. But there's a lot of the lime green swirl in there. There's the handle in its entirety. You can see there. I'll just change shots and go to camera 3. I'll lift that up just a touch. And there you can see it from there. So even the top section, you can still see the knot in there, very, very slightly, but masked by the green. This side gets a little bit darker, there's a little bit of black and darker green in there. And then it gets a bit lighter as it comes around here and you see green spirals going up in. Might be too close for the camera to pick it up properly, but there you go. You don't really see, I mean you can see the spirals in it, but because of the shape of the handle, everything's reflecting. So you can see the green, blue, the green smoky spirals there, and if you look in the bottom there, you'll see blue. You can see the blue just down in this area here, which is, you know, the bottom of the blank basically. So there you go, fellas. Yeah, this is a stunning brush. Now what I was going to show you was how comfortable this is in the hand. So just let me show you that. So if we go to the main camera, oh sorry guys, we go to the main camera there. You can actually grip this in there with your fingers. So if you were bowl lathering, you can bowl lather, no problems at all. Even face lathering, holding the brush there. Or you can do the same again, you can sit the base in the palm of your hand, you can wrap that finger and lock it in that curve, and you've still got your two top fingers to wrap in your thumb and your pointer finger. To lock in under that little rim there as well. So, you know, you can hold it real comfortable in that position, or you can go to that position and hold it from there. So either or, make it, you know, quite a comfortable brush to hold in the hand. There you go. And there's a number of different things we can do here. We can put ribs in it. I see Irish is doing this type of shape with ribs in the bottom. Turn and Shave have got a very similar style. I mean it's pretty much that shape. I've just put a little bit of a different take on it. to what Irish does. Like I said, turn and shave, I've got a couple of different takes on it as well, and there's a few other brush makers that have made this shape as well. So it's not a new shape, it's a shape that's been around for a while. But I've just done that out of my head, and I had a picture to look at in the very beginning, and then I just followed the rest through from my head. But like I said, that's it. So guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe below. Click the little bell icon as well, ding that bell. If you want to be reminded as to, you know, when I post up other videos or when I go live, you'll get a notification to tell you. So I'd really appreciate the subscribes. The channel can only grow if you guys help me to make it grow without sounding corny and pushy on it all. Most of you guys have probably already subscribed anyway, so it's only if there's any lurkers in there and you're enjoying what you're seeing, I'd appreciate a subscribe and a like, and you know, click that bell. And there you go, guys. So again, once again, I need to thank you all for putting up with me in the stream. Sorry I wasn't as chatty tonight. I just wanted to get this brush done, and I wanted it to turn out nice because it is you know, obviously it's got a rhodium knot in it, so it's an expensive brush, and I wanted to make sure I got it right, and somebody's going to be very happy with that. It definitely is a bit of a looker, and it's got a nice finish on it, and yeah, somebody's going to get a really nice brush in that one. So anyway guys, without further ado, like I said, thanks for coming in, thanks for subscribing, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you again. Now, tonight is Monday night, so if I do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to try and roll the weekend one into Sunday night, or Sunday at 7 o'clock, or maybe even 6 o'clock, although 7's probably a better time unless people get the dinner and that sort of thing out of the way. So I might do one on Sunday night instead of Saturday, so I'll try and squeeze another one in, or maybe, well, I'll squeeze at least one in between now and then. I might get 2 in, so I might be able to get, if I've got nothing on an SES on Wednesday night, I'll maybe do one on Wednesday night, and then that would leave me Wednesday, that would leave me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then if I've done one on Sunday, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it so that I do Sunday night, and then Tuesday night, and then Thursday night, and then go back to Sunday again. So that way I get a little bit of, you know, in between each one, because this preparation, I've got to clean up every time, I've got to sharpen tools every time, I've got preparation of blanks and stuff to get ready. Like I had to prepare these ones today, so I had to put a bit of time into these ones on the metal lathe today. So yeah, there's a bit of time in it all, so I just want to try and give myself enough time without sort of rushing, and I like to think things through and think about molds and, you know, colours and what I'm doing and shapes and stuff. So stick with me, we'll get it sorted, and then once I set it in place, I'm going to try and keep it to a regular, and that way at least then you know that you know, that's the set routine, that's where we're going to be. Alright, so once again guys, thanks for everybody for dropping in. I hope you enjoyed the making of that handle, that brush. It certainly does. I mean, it never looks the same, I guess, when you see it in the video and in photographs, but it is quite stunning, that. Very unusual. It looks absolutely glorious with that rhodium knot in it. And just the colour, it looks really naturally, and yeah, just really nice. And it, like I said, it's nice in the hand. You get a couple of different options with how you can use it. Lovely brush, lovely brush. Anyway, enough of that. Thanks again guys, I'm going to shut the shed door down, and yeah, thanks for coming along and enjoying it. I hope you are enjoying it. I certainly enjoy bringing the brushes to you and letting you see them. And like I said, very, very shortly I'll do a couple of different things. I'll move away from brushes for a couple of streams. I have got more casting that I want to do, so we'll maybe do another casting one. and then I might throw a lump of wood on here and I might turn a wooden handle, complete wooden handle for a change. And we'll set that with a knot. I'll see if I can find a really nice piece of wood and we'll make something pretty special, right? Alright guys, I'm going to shut the shed door down. Thanks for dropping in. Make sure you drop back. We'll catch you later. Thanks guys. Cheers for now.